Hey y'all, welcome back to Cooking and Quiet. I know it has been quite some time, but that's okay, I'm back. Today we're making scallop scampi, and as you can see, I have my pot going extra crazy in the background so that we can try to keep the video under 30 minutes and give you what you're really looking for. So to my pot of salted boiling water, we're gonna add a splash of olive oil. If you want to put vegetable oil, canola oil, or whatever oil that you have, I don't necessarily recommend coconut oil in it, but any of, the standard cooking oils is perfectly fine. That is about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Again, whatever you got. And it is your noodle of choice. I'm going to be using just like some thin spaghetti. Just going to drop this in the water. And follow the instructions, it say you to boil it for like 10 minutes. I don't know how long this say. 8 minutes. So that's probably like one of the longest parts, not necessarily, but I want to get my noodles going because usually the noodles tend to take a little bit longer. And since we're cooking scallops not gonna take no time. So we're just gonna let that cook for 8 minutes. Now we're moving on to our scampi, our scallops. To a large pan, we're gonna throw in some more olive oil. And we're gonna put our heat on about 6, so medium-ish. And as our olive oil starts to heat up, we're gonna shift our focus so that we can season our scallops. Everybody is not gonna have this particular seasoning. It is actually discontinued. I've been looking, I've been searching, trying to figure out why it's gone. I don't know why, but this stuff is amazing. So we're just gonna put a little bit of that seafood and salmon seasoning on our scallops, along with a little bit of black pepper. And we don't want too much of our saltiness because scallops have a really natural salty sweet flavor anyway. So we're not gonna do too much as we season them because the sauce is really what we want. That scampi, as someone said. And we're just gonna mix that up so it's nicely coated. And these are base scallops. These are a little bit smaller. You can go ahead and get the colossal or the big ones. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I got my scallops from, what was that, a farmer's market or like a little Sunday, what do you call it? I don't know what it's called, a little fair or whatever it was, but I got it from like this market type of event on Sunday. And yeah, we cooking them up today. But you can find scallops anywhere, so you don't necessarily have to go to a market. But our olive oil is heating up and we're adding in 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm just gonna let that melt. Once it has completely melted, we're going to add our scallops and our garlic. Our noodles have about 6 minutes left. Not good. They're thin, but that's kind of what you want. You want that thin noodle, almost like an angel hair. Angel hair would be perfect. A lot of people don't like angel hair because they don't like how thin it is, but when you're working with a scampi, I think a thinner noodle is the best choice. So this is about 4 cloves of garlic chopped. Go ahead and add that in there just to create some fragrance. My handy dandy favorite tool. And you just want that to toast a little bit before we go ahead and add our scallops. And it should smell so good, but not burnt. If it smells burnt, your temperature is too high. And if it starts to burn, your temperature is too high. You're gonna let that go for about a minute. kind of create like a garlic oil. Actually sounds good. I think I'm gonna make some of that. Okay. And now we're gonna add in our scallops and toss those around so we get the garlic all in there. And again, if you're using the bigger scallops, it's really like 1 minute on each side. You just wanna get a good sear on it. But for now, since we're using the smaller ones, we're just gonna create a nice sauce with it. So as our scallops cook, I'm gonna add in 2 more tablespoons of butter, some crushed red pepper, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. You can use freshly squeezed. I haven't got that, so we're gonna use what we have. 1, well, that's half, and the other half. I don't like too much lemon in my scampi. If you prefer more lemon, you can do 2 tablespoons, but not a lemon in my food too much kind of girl. Don't really like it. Okay. Gonna go in with some white cooking wine. I do prefer real wine. I'm not saying it's not real, but I like the one you pour in your glass. What is it? The Sauvignon Blanc. I like to use that. Chardonnay is really good. And this is about a 1/4 cup. Now, I think it's about, it says it's 12%. That ain't bad. Not too bad. And just let that boil a little bit. I turned off our noodles and now I'm going to strain them. And our noodles, I promise, is not the star of the show. They are not the star at all. Okay. Now, they're cooking. I'm smelling the alcohol starting to cook down some. What I have here is some garlic cream sauce, really easy, really simple. We're actually gonna make a video on that with a tutorial coming soon. But we're gonna take some of this and put that into our scampi, and that's gonna take that to the next level. This sauce right here was definitely a hit over the weekend. And I do recommend, if you make any type of sauce, keep it. Like, don't throw it away. I'm not saying keep it in your refrigerator forever, but if it's something that you can use later on in the week, definitely keep that sauce. So I'm just gonna let this boil a little bit or simmer. It smells good. Gonna add some parsley and a little bit more black pepper. Look at that. It looks so good. And be also cautious that when you're cooking this kind of stuff and you're boiling water and you're making types of sauce, you're gonna be hot. You're gonna be real hot. But that comes with cooking. Definitely comes with the territory. So we're gonna let this simmer for another 5 minutes and we'll be back. So hey y'all, okay, the scampi done, our pasta's done. What I'm gonna do is add just a little bit of butter to our pasta, just a little bit, just a little bit. A little bit of parsley. we say? Cooking ain't quiet. What you gonna hear? Probably everything, but let's be honest. Presentable, you know? Sometimes your food be trying to embarrass you on camera. But the taste, I know the taste is there. Let's see. So you want a generous helping of that scampi. Cause that's the star. Look at all them scallops. When you go to a restaurant, they get them in scallops. Look at that. Look at that sauce. Look at that. You want to top it with a little bit more of that crushed red pepper, a little bit more parsley, and boom, there you have it. They see me good. Okay. Now, let's try it in a secret. I ain't never made this before. Ain't never made it. Let me see. I'm scared. It's a little hot. Ooh. Y'all, hold up. I'm gonna have to write that down. I'm gonna have to write this down, y'all. Hold on, hold on. Oh, hold on. Y'all, I still got it. It might have been some time since we recorded, but I still got it. As always, ingredients will be posted down below, and we will see y'all very soon.